Evening all, I was ready and waiting this morning. By about 8:30, I was all showered and dressed and logged into work from home, and I was ready for the knock at the door. I was looking out the window, nothing. And this is why I was in zone 3 again. Similar to last week, I think, just outside zone 2, because last week was the same, I think. I just scraped outside zone 2. Interesting to see, though, that our average last week was 1943, 1025, and the winning cross was 1989, 958. So the average was closer than I was. I think the average made it into zone 2, so that's not too bad, is it? Zone 2 is not that far away. Um, how disappointed am I? Well, obviously I didn't win. But line of sight from this fella, not bad actually. Not far out. A couple of pixels over, really, if you look at it in a line. And Daniel Radcliffe over here, he's a long way away. So it was obviously going to be a big, much wider possible spread from this guy on the right. So yeah, I mean, I look at this to see did I judge it correctly. Well, I didn't go high enough, and I ended up in zone 3. But I mean, I wouldn't have changed the view from this fella on the left that much. But yeah, I should have gone higher along a similar line. But as well, something else interesting to note is the winner was a pixel out. So instead of 1989 958, he was 1989 959. So he was one pixel out there. So nobody hit it spot on. Okay, let's have a look at how the judges got where they got. So 8 judges, they're all there. Matt is in charge as well. I think, I mean, there's quite a wide spread, obviously, from the player on the right. I'm pretty sure our spread last week was a bigger, wider spread than this, and yet it still ended up roughly in the same sort of area. So I think pat on the back for us there. Do I think there's anything to take out? Not really, no, because I mean, even this one on the left that's looking like it's on its own isn't that far out, is it? There's 2 there, there's 2 down there. I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of them around there, and I can't see that you would take one out. Anyway, even though I'm actually cheating here because I've already skipped to the end and it's exactly the same picture. They didn't take any out. That was the final result, so all 8 judges counted. So I think of where the average ended up, they all sort of judged it pretty well. I mean, this top one here, I wouldn't have gone that high if I was a judge. But I think, well, 2 of them up there seem a bit high for me, but you know, not that big a spread, was it? Anyway, I'm just waffling now. Let's have a look at this week's picture and what do I make of that then? Look, I've got 3 crosses in here this week. Now, if you remember, last week when I'd done Tuesday's video, I had 2 crosses in there because I wasn't sure which was which. But when I looked at this yesterday, I put this bottom cross in here. Because as much as when I look at this picture, this fella on the left here is looking, it looks, when you first look at it at a distance, he's looking much higher. This fella here in the front, the one that's being molested, he's got his arms open, his head back. It looks as though he's about to catch the ball in his chest or his head, either one, don't know. And he doesn't seem to be looking that high. He looks like he's looking sort of up in front of him. So I went there, but then I thought, well, hang on a minute, because that doesn't fit in now with this fella. And also, I don't think either of them would be looking any lower than that one I put in there. In which case, the one I put in was unlikely to be an average if that's about as low as I thought they were going to go. If I think everybody else is going to go higher, then the average has got to be higher, doesn't it? So I went up and put one up the top there where I thought this fella sort of, to me, could have been looking at its highest. And then I thought, okay, so that's possibly the lowest that this fella could be looking. Now, the trouble is in these situations, quite often they only look at one player. They have a favourite player. They'll pick one and they'll go away and ignore the other one. So if I thought, was looking at the bottom one and he's looking at the top one, then surely it would be safer to go in the middle of the two, wouldn't it? Would that make sense? Well, it makes sense to me. So I'm going to take out that bottom one, and I'm going to take out, that's not it, where's the top one gone? There. I'm going to take out that top one, and I'm going to keep the middle one in, which is 2672937, and I'm going to draw some lines. Draw some lines now, as is my wont, and see, does it look like possibly both players could be looking at that cross? Yeah, it's okay from this guy, but if you look at the body angles of the two players, they're sort of looking in slightly different directions. This fella at the front is looking in front of him and up, and this fella over on the left here is looking past the front of him and up. So taking that into consideration, oh, I sound like a head judge now. I ended up thinking, yeah, I'm going to go about there. That's about where I'm going to go for my first cross of the week, which could drastically change throughout the week, who knows. But for the first cross of the week, that's where it's going to be. Like I said, 2672937. I'll put that as the first one in the comments. So yeah, that's where I'm going. I had a good look at the angles they were looking at, their body language. I'm pretty sure he's coming down to him because he's sort of wide open arms, welcoming it, wondering where he's going to block it with. And this other fella's trying to get to it first as well. So that's that. Right, let's skip on. Revcomps. Now, like I said, I was cutting back on this one. I did say I was cutting back. And I'm on the wrong tab. Let me scroll back up because... yeah, let's start at the top because I bought one ticket. Only because I was doing some freebies on the weekend. And I thought, do you know what? They said if you spend more than a couple of quid, they'll give you extra credit if you win. Well, I didn't win them, but I did spend more than a couple of quid. So I just go one out of 30,000 tickets, but it only takes one to win. If you think, right, there's 50 items there, and some of them are big items. There's TVs, air fryers, outdoor ovens, laptops. There's a desktop computer in there. 50 boxes are going to turn up at your door. Where the hell? I've got nowhere to put them. I literally got no... If 50 boxes turned up with all this stuff, I don't know where the hell I'd put it. Well, I just wouldn't be able to live here. I'd have to go outside and sleep in my van until I could unbox everything and bin all the boxes. Some of it I'd sell anyway. I'd keep a lot of it. There's a remote control monster truck. I'd be over the beach with that. There's a drone. I'd be playing with that out the window. There's a lot of stuff there I'd keep, but there's a fair bit I'd sell as well. So, like the Apple phone. If you remember, I won a phone a couple of months ago, so I'd sell the Apple phone. I'd sell the iPad. I'd keep the MacBook. But yeah, some cracking stuff there. So I'm in on that, and then we've got Thursday's draw. All I did for this one, I wasn't going to do any because I didn't want to spend the money. But Thursday's draw, this was cheap. This RS3, and it came with £5 grand. So I thought, oh, I'll do that then. I'll have a ticket on that. I quite like that Audi X5. That's a diesel one. Quite like that. I like the camper. I'd take the cash for this Porsche. Audi A4's alright as well. Some nice prizes there, but I've just spent £3 on one ticket. And then they put some more up then last night for next Monday. And the only one I've done so far, because that Porsche there, £200 a ticket, I won't pay that. And I'm not paying £30 a ticket either. These two are alright. But if anything, it was going to be the McLaren or 80 grand or the Volkswagen Golf. So as it was 10,000 tickets less and cheaper, half the price, I thought, yeah, let's just grab one on a Golf. So as you can see, I've hardly done anything. I've spent all of about £6 so far. I know my mate Ryan is on this tonight. I did have a ticket on this. I do like that, and that is something I'd keep. The only other one was this Range Rover Evoque. always been pretty confident that I'm going to win a Range Rover, so I had to play for that, whether I wanted to keep it or not. But I did put it into the insurance, and I put it into, not Compare the Market, what was the other one? MoneySupermarket.com. But because I'm using up my no claims bonus on my van, I put this in as no claims bonus, just to see what it would come out at. And the cheapest one was like £1,000. £1,000 insurance. So I put in then the same no claims bonus that I got on my van. That brought it down to 700 and something. So if I did win it, I think what I'd have to do is speak to my insurance company and say, can you do what you offered me before? And I know you can't count no claims bonus on 2 vehicles. I'd have to earn it separately on the second one, but can you match it like you did before? When I had the car insured, I didn't have any no claims bonus for the van, but they said, oh, we can just match it, which is what they did. But now I've got it on the van because I sold the car. That's all I've got on there. All right, what have I got for tonight then? On this, I like the look of this Audi Q3 S-Line, and it's a diesel one. It's not a fancy, fast, ridiculous one, but it looks really, really nice. There is a cash alternative available. They don't state what that is, so it's probably not brilliant. It just says it's available. But I'd be tempted to keep that because that would be a nice car, and it comes with £1,000. I love the colour on it. It just looks really nice. That's it on there for tonight. I got a couple on this Amarok for tomorrow, or 40 grand. But if you look at them, I mean, they are absolute pennies. And I have, I've got tickets on this one. I think this Audi RS Q8 and £5 grand. That I wouldn't keep. It's an RS Q8, it's basically a Urus with an Audi coat on. So, but that's £60,000 cash alternative. I haven't got any further than that. Didn't do anything on this Knobbly M12. £3 a ticket. No, I've given up on them. Caper. 7 days performance. I've got nothing on there at the moment. But tomorrow is an Audi RS5 or 35 grand at 24 pence a ticket. So I'll probably have a couple on that. What else did they have that I fancied? Oh yeah, Range Rover, 16p a ticket, 75 grand cash alternative. I'll have some of them. Possibly the Porsche, because that's 110,000 alternative. Audi RS6, 70 grand cash alternative. And that's as far as I'll probably go for a couple of days. I haven't done them yet though, and may not. What we got here? Dream Car giveaways. I think I'm on this Golf R for tomorrow. And possibly this BMW. No, not on that BMW, am I? Don't think I am. But if I'm not, I'm going to be. It's only 15p a ticket, and it's 24 grand cash alternative, so I'll have a dabble with that. I haven't done anything on this house. What else is coming up? Oh, we got a few interesting ones there. Ford Ranger. Nice camper van there. Another Audi Q3. I do like these Q3 Audis. 9 pence a ticket, 26,000 cash alternative, and what else is here? Nice camper van, or 55 grand. Ooh, no, that'd be a tough choice, see. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm waffling on too much now, telling you what I'm doing and what I might do. Probably not interested in that at all. So let me know how you got on, because if you went anywhere near the average that we did last week, then you were probably in zone 2. If you went higher than the average, there's a good chance you were in zone 1. So well done on that. And leave a coordinate for the weekend then, guys. We'll make another one on Saturday. We'll see where we think the average is. But more importantly, what people are thinking, how they're seeing the picture. In the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your week and good luck.